Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network. Glad you guys are with us. We've last segment of the show. Don't forget you can get our show anytime on podcast at iTunes. Find us on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker. You can download the app anywhere on Google. Use it on your iPad, your iPhones, your Samsung, your Android, you name it. Take Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy with you anywhere you go. I want to thank...
That's a scary thought, man.
Yeah, Chris Rigby with the Patrons Caddy. Masters is coming up real fast. We're going to be out of February here in just a blink of an eye. And Masters right around the corner. If you guys are still looking for that Masters turnkey experience, check out the patronscaddy.com today. Chris Rigby and the crew will take care of you from when the moment you land all the way to getting you back home.
So, did we decide next year?
Yes, I did tell Chris that. By the way, we have a gentleman up at the Paso Golf Club. His name's David Bundy. London Dave is what he was known over in Europe, and he is a rock star guitarist.
Wow.
He told me some amazing Keith Moon stories yesterday, and I was in my
That's cool.
heaven. And so we're talking about bringing him on the show. He's a good golfer too.
Nice, man.
So get him in here or have him call in.
We can tie in how music and golf have so many similarities. And I tell you, a lot of musicians play golf a lot.
He played soccer every time, all the time with Monty Python.
Oh my God, I would die.
He was telling me stories, and I was like, I just want to.
It's all dead. It's sleeping.
He's got stories. I was cracking up, and
it's just a flesh wound.
We were throwing back and forth Monty Python lines. It was
I'm gonna throw up.
Tie him to the rack.
Bring me a bucket.
Sit him in the comfy chair. Tie him to the rack.
I'm gonna throw up. But it's wafer thin. Oh, monsieur.
But anyway, hopefully we get Mr. Bundy in here. That would be a blast. And he's a heck of a musician, man. He plays once in a while on the Wednesday night music at,
nice, man.
At Paso, and the place it's
we
packed.
all play instruments. It'd be great to have him in here.
It'd be so fun.
That'd be
we'll
cool.
get him in. So
I would like to for a shout out to our new producer Ava Brabenik, who was drawing up the whiteboard of how we're going to do our shows, what segments, and thanks to her, she came up with what segments we're doing today. Mike and I talked to each other last evening, and neither one of us had a clue what was going to happen today because we've been so busy. And so thanks to Ava for coming up with these things. And so going into the head game and talk about the mental side of the game, what kind of golfer are you? I mean, everybody knows there's a certain type of golfer, and there's a list of them. So the listeners, we'll go down the list. We'll talk about if we ever know these people or maybe that's one of us.
right.
And if you are one of these people, call in. We'll give a prize for you. The numbers here to call is 805-903-1974. The first one on the list is the Steady Eddie, Mr. Consistent. The guy that's just always steady, not a lot of mistakes, not a highs, not a lot of lows, just straightforward. Is that any of you?
Definitely not.
Say it again.
Mr. Steady Eddie or Mr. Consistent. Not too many. You don't have 9 birdies and 3 trips. You just kind of zip it around there. Every hole's pretty steady. I'm kind of like that.
You're more like that than I am. I can be.
I don't usually have the blow up hole.
Yeah, I might have one or two of them.
But
I don't know.
Everybody knows the Steady Eddie.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right? There's certain players that just all the time they're just consistent. A guy named Andy Congdon back east I played with is the most steadiest. I don't think he ever shot more than 71.
Yeah, that's not
but
me.
He just was. But it wasn't like he would go super low either. I mean, he was just really. But he was capable of going very low. But he just was always greens and fairways and greens and just solid putting and just. He was a great player to play at a 2-ball with because you playing a
always had
ball because he was there, man.
He's always there.
So, and I would. He was just. I think he's club champion 20 times or something in his golf. The dude was. But he was the most steadiest player I've ever seen. I don't. I can be, but that's. So how about the intimidator? So somebody that just kind of intimidates you, gets on the tee. Tiger was the intimidator for sure, and so was Jack Nicklaus when he was in his prime. When they got on the tee, other players melted. Remember Tiger? They would just crumble around him at first.
Yeah, I totally remember
his talent and the way he looked and the way he,
Oh, it was a big deal when you got paired. If you got the draw and you were paired with Tiger, or you're going into Sunday and you got Tiger, you're in the final group, you're toast.
That's what everybody thought for them. And it was true for so long. Yeah. Same with Jack.
Yeah.
And Ray Floyd was an intimidator. Ray Floyd.
Yeah.
Was there. So do you know anybody that's an intimidator that you play with? You?
Not now. There were guys.
I'm the least intimidating guy to play with, right? I mean, truly, that's not me.
You're
I am
very
so
kind.
opposite of intimidation.
Yeah.
So
You're very welcoming.
well, it should be. So, but I've been prone to gamesmanship.
Supportive.
Oh, you are the biggest. You're the biggest gamers
But I have been
there
known
is.
for that. How about
good at
the
it.
guy the guy or gal that goes for everything? They either shoot 75 or 95. I mean, they just go all out. There's
Yeah,
no
I know
defense.
people like that.
Do you know any people like that? Just go out. There's no hold
people
back.
like
There's
that.
no throttle control.
Are you looking my way?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it.
I'm not as bad as I used to.
No, I'm not saying it's 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm a go for it, girl.
But I
agree.
But that is kind of at times that's a good thing.
And it's,
if you know when to utilize it, yeah.
And it shows either you go low or you don't. I mean, you can go high. These numbers were 75,
true.
95. And now some of you could either went really low or sometimes you didn't.
Yeah.
So there's ways to buffer that, throttle that stuff down. But there are a lot of people like that.
Yeah, like
You know?
if someone wrestles
Arnold
me to the
Palmer.
ground and holds me there.
Arnold Palmer was a guy that went for everything, right? He did.
Yes.
He flashed at it.
He went for it.
Mickelson too for a while. He's getting a little older, but he was always going for everything, right? That
Yeah.
was Phil's style. Same with Arnold Palmer.
I agree. I am a lot that way.
Yeah, you really are.
But there are times it's really beneficial.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you've done it, it's been very. I'm talking about the times I've been caddying with
Yeah.
you or for
Like
you.
the qualifier.
I
Yeah,
think it's
totally.
situational.
Yeah.
Right? I think
Totally.
it's situational.
It is situational, but I think that's the
Right.
beauty of what she has. Like some people never have that at all. They don't feel like they don't have enough confidence to do it.
That's the cautious guy.
But the beauty is if you do have that ability to turn that on and you have the ability to manage it, then you're way ahead of the game
Yeah.
compared to a lot of people, especially when you're playing tournament golf.
Exactly. And I have the Mr. Cautious guy that never goes for any.
Yeah.
He plays scared and just, is there. But there's those guys, but sometimes they score well. They just don't ever go for anything. They just defense, keep it in play, dink it around.
I don't
there
really.
Are some people, I play with some
that's
guys
not
like
true.
that.
I don't really. I used to be the guy that would go for it all the time, but when I think about that, part of it is because I was playing skins games all the time.
That's situational.
Yeah.
Right, when we were playing skins games, you're trying to make birdies and not worrying
Right.
about your scorecard. And
Right.
so I was more always thinking scorecards, and that's my brain was, how am I going to move myself around the course in the
Right.
lowest score?
Yeah.
And so that's why I was more of the steady person.
Right.
And I try to go for it. I overswing.
I
don't have it in me.
I don't do well usually. When
You're
I'm going for it.
crushing it, and your swing is not long, and
Yeah.
you crush it.
Yeah.
You have the potato chip driver. I found that out just the other day. You have, and the commercial makes it look like a really big twist face. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
The commercial makes it look like a potato chip. You
Yeah.
can barely notice it on the golf club.
Yeah.
And buddy, you kill that club. Wow.
That club was.
You crush it.
I thought I liked that club. That was the first time that I hit it. When you said let's go play, I literally pulled the wrapping off the club. I had just gotten it.
Well, you
I
hit it
hadn't
good all day.
Yeah. Well, I hit that one pole, but that was like what you
Ball
told me
position.
about the ball
Yeah.
position, and so I made the adjustment, and I like it. It made me feel. Now that's just one round, but that TaylorMade M3 made me feel like I couldn't miss it to the right.
And then,
Like that's what.
And
it
you
felt
didn't
like.
miss any to the right.
No, and that's a beautiful thing when you could take a whole side of a
Yeah.
golf course
Right.
out with your
Exactly.
driver. It's like, oh, it's awesome.
And on 9, the par 5 into the wind.
Yeah.
And you killed it it was into the wind.
Yeah, I hit that pretty
And
good.
you were way up there when I drove it when it was downwind.
Yeah.
And you hit it out there. You were 100 yards in front of my ball, and I had a pretty good shot. And that was very impressive.
Thank you.
That was very cool.
I
got to give me one of them things someday.
That was. Well,
upside down potato chip.
we can get one of those.
I don't know if they make it lefty.
Yeah, they do.
Kidding me.
We can get one. We just got to get the right shaft. That's the key.
So if you're any of these people, we got more here. Give us a call at 805-903-1974. We'll look for your call. You can chime in if you're one of these. How about
If you call in right
2
now,
minutes till music.
you will win. We've got 2 minutes until the queue for the music kicks in. So call in 903-1974, 805-903-1974. We can throw you a sleeve of golf balls from Bridgestone. We can throw you a TaylorMade hat. We've got rounds of golf, all that good stuff. So give us a shout.
We also talked about the rules guy. Everybody knows that guy.
Yeah.
That
Remember in the tournament at Spyglass, where the caddy touched the grass with the end of the stick,
Yes.
and that girl just,
yeah.
oh no, and she's calling for the rules official.
You know what? To me,
Life's
that's
too short,
I think
man.
that's
Oh my
one
gosh.
of the. I think that's one of the hardest people to play with because one of the things about someone who knows all the rules, they don't always know all the interpretations of those rules.
They think they know all the rules.
Right.
And then what it does is it can disrupt the flow of the game for everybody.
Yeah.
And then if they call it wrong and you make your choice based on what they
1 minute till
said,
music.
you just destroyed your game.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I agree.
Those are tough.
Tough guy, tough person to play.
I ignore those people.
Human calculator, that's the person that adds up everybody's score.
Yeah.
You finish the hole, and they're telling you what you had.
I don't know what I
Man.
am. What do you guys think I am as a player? What am I?
Well, you're not a
Just a
perfectionist. That was
guy?
coming up. You're not a pre-shot routine person. And I believe in pre-shot routine, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's the extensive pre-shot routine guy.
Yeah.
That's just way on every shot, man. You're just like, come on.
Yeah.
But you're not the hothead guy.
No.
You're just a solid player.
You actually are kind of the consistent player.
And you're becoming a consistent player.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That makes me
Yeah.
feel good. I didn't know that.
And you're a great putter, and I think that's what brings you to consistency. So if you do struggle, you're knocking into 20-foot par putts. I mean, you do it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's you've got an impressive putter in that hand of yours, man. So the
Why it's always so
perfectionist.
hard.
Let me see. We're about to go, but it's perfectionist. What do you think that could
I don't
come
know
up?
who that is.
Thank you, everybody, to our sponsors, TaylorMade Golf, Slick Stick, Sundale Country Club, McPhee's Grill, Pass Robles Golf Club, Nikki Anderson, broker and realtor, Mighty Green Organic Carpet Cleaners,
Wow.
the Patrons Caddy,
Keep it on course, people.
and McGalley Health Group. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for listening to Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Be sure to visit our partners on the web, TaylorMade Golf, Slick Sticks, PasoRoblesGolfClub.com, McPhee'sGrill.com, and McGowie Health Group, and Nikki Anderson Realtor. Visit the Golf Talk Radio website, golftalkradio.com, to listen to free podcasts and to download the Golf Talk Radio phone app. Follow GTR on Facebook or Twitter. Join us again next week for more local, national, and world golf events, as well as golf trivia and special guests on the Golf Talk Radio Network.